Yeah. Daily Go Getter show. You think it ain't when it is? Uh, you think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting. Are we good? Audio good? Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels good. Levels is good when I Friday night. Everybody good when Friday night. Get it understood what we keep it. Levels is good, baby. Yo, I hope everybody's feeling all right tonight. I hope your week was good and mad productive. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know. Come on, Carrie. T. Carrie, right? What's the deal now? Tori 22. Tori 22. Hey. Music show tonight. Y'all know what we on. Yeah. 1, 2, baby. Yeah, get it down like that. 1 time, 2 times, we hit my. What? Hold on. Get everything centered around here. Hold on. Now we good. Go. Hit that like button, y'all. Don't be stingy, y'all. I know we be coming in slow, but we get where we need to be before long, and we, yeah, word, yo, son 7-5, baby. We are here, yo. Spare no ride, we spoil the child. Friday night. We rock there. Y'all with me, yo. Everything is gonna be all right. Carla, good to see you, ma. So, Therapy with Sun 752. And this is daily. It's the daily go-get-em-ism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing. Taking all fast lane, no coasting. And everything is gonna be all right. We talking about do the part 2 albums ever equal up to the first project tonight? Do the part 2 albums, we can also talk about the part 2 singles, do they ever live up to the quality, to the hype, to the fame, to the sound, to the attraction, to the lure, to the party, the feeling, the juice, the energy of the first project? So sometimes you have a classic album. You have a classic album, like let's say Mary J. Blige, My Life. Classic album, was a really, really good album. She made a part 2. She made a My Life part 2. Years and years later. You know, My Life part 1 came out in 1993, like in the fall of 1993, and it ran all the way through 1994 and part of 1995. It was a classic album, almost one of those albums that you could listen to from beginning to end without needing to skip. Even if every song wasn't your favorite song, you didn't necessarily have to skip. But the albums that she made after that, it was hard for her to catch that lightning in the bottle like she did with her first 2 albums. You know, it's not easy to make a classic sophomore album. You know, Mary J. Blige came out with, what was the name? What's the 411? Her first album. And you know, that was a great album. And after an album that has success like that and then gives you the title of Queen of Hip Hop Soul, people are really watching to see what's going to happen on your second album, because a lot of times the second album falls off, drops off, is not as good. But that's not what happened with Mary. She came out with My Life, and My Life is arguably much better. I have to say arguably, because a lot of people like What's the 411 better than My Life. Probably because it was a little bit more upbeat, and which is understandable. I ain't mad. But My Life was a very, very classic album. And the albums after that were looking to get the same kind of reception and success that My Life and What's the 411 had. Mary did good on every album, but it wasn't that My Life, and it wasn't that What's the 411. Now, she never made a What's the 411 part 2, but she definitely made a My Life part 2. So, yeah, My Life part 2. Do you remember the songs that were on that album? I bought every Mary album that I ever knew that was out. And I can't remember. Let me see. What songs were on the My Life Part 2 album? The My Life Part 2 album. Mary J. Blige, My Life Part 2. My Life 2. The Journey Continues. Oh, I do remember this album. This was a good album. Yeah, this was a good album. Maybe this one did live up to the hype, but I don't think it had the same kind of commercial success. This came out in 2011. And I remember intros, Midnight, Ain't Nobody, Don't Mind No Condition, Mr. Wrong. Me and Mr. Wrong get along so good. Even though And that had Drake was on that song. So this was a good album. But this was a good album. It was a good album. I don't think it could touch My Life Part 1, but it was a good album. I ain't gonna front on it. Rob Mack. What up, Rob Mack? Was good. And Hayawasa, David Allen Coe. I don't know. Got nothing. Platinum Player. What up? What up? What up? Thanks for coming through. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for coming through. Carla, you said you like this nice sweater. I appreciate that. Thank you. You always pay me compliments, and I always appreciate that. I do. So we're talking about, does the Part 2 album ever live up to the first album? I think sometimes it does, as we can see with the Mary J. Blige album, the My Life Part 2. That I think she did well on that album, but she was a lot older, a lot of different energy, different feelings. And you have to consider that if you don't follow up with a part 2 to a song or to an album soon after that album is released, a lot of those fans have probably moved on. They're doing different things. They may have moved on to different genres or respected the fact that you have moved on and that you've grown. Because as you get older, your music grows and your fans grow. Now, they either grow with you or they grow away from you. But you have some type of control over that depending on how you structure your music and how you build your fan base. People there are people who have cult-like fans like Erykah Badu, my girl from Philly, Jill Scott, like The Roots. People whose current projects may not sell millions of records, but people follow them for their whole career because they really like what they do. They really respect what they do. They respect the art and they really get into it. So, and they Okay, so you get my drift. You know what I'm talking about. Carla says Badu is my girl. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like if Erykah Badu come out with an album right now, it's not going to go. It might not go gold or platinum or whatever. But if you hear that somebody like Erykah Badu is coming to town, you're going to get those tickets. More than likely, her fans have grown with her. She came out in 1997, and all of her albums haven't been like like a big commercial success or whatever, but she makes music that cements her fans as real fans of Erykah Badu. And she don't always have to run around in public naked and all of that kind of stuff. I like when she does it, but she ain't got to do all of that. She gonna have her fans anyway. Macy Gray, same thing. She has her fans. Cult-like following. People will go see them if they come to town. They will follow them. They will follow their career. They will keep in touch with them, through social media and stuff like that. So when we start talking about making a part 2 album, there are ways that you can make it a commercial success without it necessarily having the same type of record sales or in these days downloads like you may have had on your first projects, your early projects back in the 80s and 90s. So not every artist makes a part 2 album, but there are some who have done it, and we're going to talk about it tonight. Talk about it tonight. Talk about it tonight. We talk about it tonight. talk about it tonight. Talk about it tonight. Make it right. Talk about it tonight. So let's get into it. I'm gonna put my toys away. I'm gonna put my drums away, and we can have this conversation the way we supposed to. Please do me one little solid while we usher our friends on up in here. Please hit the like button. I'm not going to ask you for anything else. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm not here to, beg for anything. I just would appreciate it if you would hit the like button because it helps the channel, and the channel needs help, baby. The channel is limping on one leg. The channel got a bad ankle. The channel got that big shoe on the right side and the regular shoe on the left side. But if you hit that like button, the channel be able to walk up straight and maybe one day be able to run. Forget walking, I's gonna run. I's gonna run if you hit the like button. I's gonna run if you hit the like button. See what I gotta do to get people to hit the like button? And they still ain't do it. But it's cool. Carla said, Sun 752, you must have loved Badu window seat video. Oh, I did. I was like, damn. Because, when she first came out, she was a little thin thing, little small thing, little skinny thing. I was like, where'd she get all that? Now she my kind of John. She wasn't my kind of John in 1997 or 1998 or 1999 or 2000. Huh? Window seat. I'm like, shit. She could sit on my lap. You need a place to sit. Okay. You can sit, wait. Anyway, you understand what I'm saying. Cheryl Halsey, what's good, ma? Good to see me some you, always. Always good to see me some you. If Erykah Badu needs a ride, I will pick her up. I will forgive her for all her past indiscretions. Indiscretions like Andre 3000 and Common. I'll have a forgiving heart. I will forgive her. I will. That shit was organic too. You know what I mean? No artificial flavors and preservatives. I like that. But anyway, moving right along. The Part 2 album. How well does the Part 2 album work? Many artists have done a Part 2 album. And they may have done Part 2 albums way, way, way apart from when they did the original album. Sometimes it works. A lot of times it works. Sometimes it doesn't work as well. And even if it does work as well, you may not always be up on it because, like I said, you may have moved on from that artist. Like that might be an artist that you used to like, you used to really listen to, that you used to be able to get into. Maybe it's not as easy to get into them like I used to be able to get into them back in the day. But we're going to talk about it tonight. Talk about it tonight. Everything will be all right. Y'all good? Y'all good? Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. So that's what we're talking about tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the rrrr. And if you can't say Omar with the rrrr, well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm feeling like a real man should. And I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should as well. We're asking the question, does the Part 2 album ever live up to the first album? The first project, the original. Let me get my monitor straight up here. You know what I mean? Lately, I've been lazy. I ain't been setting shit up. I ain't as anal as I used to be at one time. You know what I mean? I ain't as anal as I used to be. I ain't as OCD as maybe I should be. You know what I'm saying? Too much going on. I get lazy with certain shit, you know. But everything is all right. Everything is all right. What's up, Joe Richard? What up, Joe Richard? What's good? Thanks for coming through. I appreciate y'all. So what do y'all think, man? What do y'all think? You know, second album. What first albums and sequel albums? Oh, that's another thing. We don't have to just talk about music albums tonight. We can talk about sequels as a whole, like movies, because y'all know movie sequels are very popular. And movie sequels be coming out soon. Like you have a hit movie, you can best believe part 2 is coming out like in a year or two. You know what I mean? Now, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a big fan of sequel movies. I'm not. I be like, damn, man, it be too many of them. Like the Marvel movies. Like how many Iron Man? What Iron Man are we up to? Horror movies. We up to what, like Saw 17 or some shit? We had Friday the 13th. I think we had 13 Friday the 13th. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna lie. But then again, there's some really great movies that I've seen that never had a part 2. Like, there's some movies that I think would have served us well with a part 2. So we can talk about that too. We don't have to just do the music tonight. Tonight, I'm going to free y'all up a little bit. You know what I mean? We're going to work in y'all First Amendment. You know, freedom of speech. You don't have to just talk about music tonight. Because, I mean, how are we going to talk about sequels and not talk about movies? Because movie sequels are mad popular. So why don't y'all put that in the chat? What are some of y'all most popular or not most popular. What are some of your favorite movie sequels? You don't have to talk about the first movie, but what sequels do you think did well? How about Rocky? The Rocky series. That's how many sequels they had of Rocky. It's the Rocky series. Like how many now they done turned Rocky into the Apollo movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, man. Sylvester Stallone old as shit. But I ain't mad at him. Oh, damn. Oh, we pros in here tonight. Okay, I get it. Oh, he said Terminator 2, favorite action movie, period. Okay. All right, I ain't mad at that. You said digging the Cosby sweater. This is not, why everybody say, like, did Bill Cosby really have the best sweaters ever? I mean, because I was rocking live sweaters back in 84, 85. I mean, Bill ain't had the best sweaters. He just had sweaters. But I ain't mad at the comparison. I ain't mad at the comparison because it's 2025. I don't know if Bill Cosby is rocking any sweaters right now. I don't know. Shout out to the old head because I ain't mad at him. Carla says Friday the 13th was almost never ending. That's what I'm saying. Them shits wasn't even scary after a while. Like, stop it. Godfather 2 is cold. I don't know. I ain't like Godfather 1 or 2. And you know 3 was ass. Man, I don't like that. I ain't like that. I ain't like that Godfather shit. I ain't like it. You know why I ain't like it? Because it was too Italian. That shit was not no American movie. They got all this Italian music, this Sicilian shit. I'm like, don't nobody give a fuck about that shit. I know I didn't. I can't get into it. 3 hours? I'm like, I ain't watching this shit. I don't know. I ain't like it. And it wasn't that shocking to me. But they say that was like a good depiction, an accurate depiction, the first one and the second one of mob life. I guess I just don't give a fuck about it. But it's all good. It's all good. It's your favorite. It don't have to be mine. You know what movie I really wish they would have had like a part 2 to, even though I don't know how they would have pulled it off, but I would have liked to have seen it. Cooley High, back in the day. Because, I wanted to see Preach go to Hollywood and become a writer and make it. He graduate high school and get his shit together. I would have really liked to have seen what happened to Preach in his life after Cochise died. I wish they could have put together a Cooley High Part 2. But I guess it didn't make sense because it was based on a true story and they wouldn't have been in high school no more. But they were some old looking high school students anyway. Preach did not look like he was in no high school. You know what I mean? He did not look young. You know, my man never looked young. Not no movies I ever saw. Oh, so I'm Bill Cosby tonight. I bet. Give me the money. Give me the money and those date rape pills he was give me those. Give me those. I don't need none of the chicks that he was fucking with. He playing the snow too much for me. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? I get to wear fly ass sweaters and I get to have millions of dollars. Count me in. Bill Cosby. I'm with it. I'll take all the controversy. Fuck it. He already did time. I ain't got to do time now, right? I'm home. I'm old. I'm blind. Fuck it. He's still here. Billy B says, do you like classic soul music of the 70s? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yes, I do. Absolutely. 100%. My man, Jay Sloan. Jason Sloan is all up in the house. What's up, my brother? What's good? Sonolith. Is it Sonolith? No. Wait. Sono. FL Flith? I don't know. Is that like supposed to say filth? I don't know. He said this sweater is going Crooklyn. That sweater is giving Crooklyn. What, Crooklyn vibes? The movie Crooklyn? I don't know. Got nothing. I got nothing, son. Blue Magic. Okay. Son of Lith. Oh, Lilith. My bad. Lilith. Like Lilith Fair. Okay, all right, cool. Okay, cool. Oakland. What's up, my man? All right. So y'all get it. So we can talk about sequels of movies, but we're not talking about the actual sequel. We're talking about whether those sequels were worthy of being sequels or worthy of being made. Like, and did they live up to the fame, the hype, the energy, the attraction of the original movie? Like, a lot of people love the Marvel comic series. That's cool. A lot of action. It's hard to get a bad Marvel action movie. Any of those superhero movies, they normally pretty good, right? I don't know. Some of those Batman movies wasn't all that good. You know. Well, all the Spider-Man movies good? Because the first Spider-Man movie was kind of... I heard Spider-Man 2 was really good. But that first Spider-Man, that shit was ass. You know what I'm saying? I'll be mad. I'll be mad when I go to the movies to see the first movie and it be garbage. Like the first Batman, I thought that shit was... Do y'all remember 1989? Do y'all remember 1989 when the first Batman came out? The first Batman movie? Do you remember all of the promotion and all of the hype that went around that Batman movie? We thought we was going to see the dopest movie ever. And that shit was far from that. That shit was garbage. I went to the movies with my brother to see that shit. I was like, they was selling t-shirts and caps and all this. I had never seen no promo for no movie like that. Even Chuck D from Public Enemy was talking about it like, yo, the movie ain't even come out yet. You got people dressed like Batman and, you know what I mean? They wearing paraphernalia and all that shit. We saw the movie. That shit was... They said the other Batman were good. No, fuck that. You shot your load in the first Batman. I'm not going to go see the sequels. You know what I mean? Skibbity. Skibbity Poos, what's good? And what's that? Sarita? Sarita? S. Rita? Greetings from Argentina. What's up? Shout out to Argentina. That's what's good. Oh, you said you wasn't born yet? That's cool. That's well, if you weren't born yet, I'm gonna give you a little history lesson, man. They have put a lot of promotion and a lot of hype behind a lot of things that was supposed to come out, and they didn't work out well. Now, when they normally promote an album, when an album is surrounded by a lot of hype and anticipation, normally that album is good. Like when Snoop Dogg was Snoop Doggy Dogg, and it was a whole lot of promotion and hype and anticipation surrounded around his first solo album, Doggy Style. And that shit lived up to the hype. It did. That was a good ass album, classic album. It sold a lot, and it deserved to sell a lot because it was good. It was good. Snoop never had a Doggy Style Part 2, probably because he had to change his name from Snoop Doggy Dogg to Snoop Dogg because Death Row owned the name Snoop Doggy Dogg. It's all politics. It's all business. It's all contractual. Prince track was dope on what movie? Carla says they hyped Batman movie all the way up for nothing. Yo, you remember? That shit, the promo for that shit was crazy. Now they said that all of the Batmans after that, the Batman and Robin, the Batman Forever, you know what I mean? Batman, what was the last one that came? I don't know if it was the last one, but it was like Batman, it was like some dark shit. I heard that one was real good. But I ain't trust it. After the first one, I didn't trust it. Okay, all right, I got you, J-Rock. The Prince track on the Batman movie. Which Batman movie, though? Jay Sloan says, I thought the whole Dark Knight trilogy, yeah, that's it. Batman Dark Knight, okay. The trilogy, Christopher Nolan, Christopher Bate, Michael Caine was dope. Okay. Purple Rain, 100%. That ain't had no sequel, though. Tay Mason, Captain Underpants, LOL, we here. Okay, cool. Oakland, she said, son, did you like Soul Plane when it came out? Nah, that shit was ass. Shit was garbage. I don't like movies like that. I don't. You know, movies that be having like a bunch of comedians in it. And, you know, it's just like, it's like they duplicating the movies that came out in the 70s and 80s where they used to have a lot of comedians in it. Movies like Cannonball Run. You know what I mean? Like it was a bunch of, you know, they don't write a bunch of one-liners and shit like that. I can't get into it, son. You know what I mean? But I scrutinize cinematic productions very high because I do this. I do. So, you know, if a movie is a little bit ass to me, it's too much ass. No Diddy. So no, I ain't like Soul Plane. I thought that shit was whack. Monsters of Cock. What the fuck? Okay, cool. Friday After Next. The Friday series was good. I can't hate on that. And Friday After Next. You said Friday After Next. So it was next Friday and then Friday After Next. I thought the Friday series, I was actually waiting for the next installment of the Friday series. They let us down with that. Now they all too old. They way too old. You know what I mean? Where do I get the necklaces? I don't know. Same place I got these. I got more. You know what I mean? These are genuine cow bone necklaces. That's what you see in cow bones, baby. You see that? You see that Aztec warrior print like that? That's cow bone. You see? You see that? Yeah. Yeah, that's how we get down. You can see a close-up of mine. Look at that craftsmanship. These are not sold in stores. These are not sold in stores. I have a source. You know what I mean? So yeah. So the same place I got those is the same place I got these. So let's get into what we're going to get into tonight. Tonight we are asking, does the part 2 album live up to the part 1? The first one, does it? So we talking about musical albums, singles, because there's sometimes singles, people come out with a song and the song is great and they come out with a part 2. Hold on, somebody spamming? Oh, shit. Nah, man. Nah, Jay, you can't spam. You're spamming, dude. Let me get you the fuck out of here. You must go. Hold on. We got a caller and a spammer. What we doing?
You have a call from.
Welcome to the. Oh, okay. That was just somebody seeing if it worked. They wanted to see if the number worked. Like, look, there's a phone number. Let's dial it. I should call them back. It's all good though. Daniel Vickers, what's good? Oh yeah, we got him out of here. We good. We all right. We all right. we all right.
You have a call.
All right, so all right, let me block that number because they want to be blocked. You know what I mean? The what's the name? The trolls come out of the woodworks. They come out of woodworks like they, like they like, oh, I get a chance to. All right, let me see. All right. But this is what I'm going to do. That number that called me, since they want to fuck around, Diane Goodman. That's the name on the account of the phone number. They lucky I don't straight give the phone number out. I should. But that's the name of y'all can actually Google it. Diane Goodman. And it's a New York number. 347 area code. That's the New York. New York. You fuck with me, I fuck with you back. That's the way that works. You know what? Let me go ahead. Let me grab my seat over here. So we can talk. We can talk like real men and real women should. Levels is good. Levels is good. All right. Solo. It's Nikki. What up, Nikki? What's good? People coming through from Poland. Shout out to Poland and the whole East Europe. Shout out to all y'all. Stop Russia. Jason says, yeah, Rush Hour 2 was good. Rush Hour 2 was very good. Rush Hour 3 was good. That was a good sequel series. That was one of those sequels that they did a good job. There are more. Y'all can keep them coming. You know what? I ain't going to take away y'all thunder. Oh, shit. Oh, Tori said the Sparkle sequel wasn't bad. I heard it wasn't bad. And we didn't know we needed a sequel to that. But wait, was that a sequel or was that a remake? Can that be the same thing? Was that a sequel or was it a remake? How do y'all look at that? How do y'all view that? Terminator Rome? Terminator Rome? All right, what's good? What's up, y'all? All right, Honey Glaze. Oh my gosh, I can't even say some of y'all names. Y'all tripping. Common Sense says, so what do people call in and talk about? They talk about what we're talking about on the screen. So you may not feel like typing. You might want to actually verbalize and say something. You know, you can ask a question. You listen, I don't censor anybody. Now, YouTube will censor you. If you get too crazy in the chat, they'll go ahead and bang you. And now hopefully you don't go too far because it might fall back on me. But yeah, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about as long as it relates to the topic. You know, sometimes people call in and they want to be talking about all kinds of crazy shit. Like, yo, me and my girl, we not getting along. I'm like, yo, we talking about the sequel to movies and music, dog. I mean, come on, what we doing? I mean, you know, I hope you and your girl get it popping. I hope everything works out. I really do. Especially if y'all have kids or something or on your way to being married. But this is not the time nor the place. Sometimes people be trying to ask for money and shit. You know what I mean? Got a sob story. Got a sob story. Got a sob story. Got a sob story. All right. The Bad Boy movies. The Bad Boy movie was good. The first Bad Boy, you said it right. The first Bad Boy movie. The other one, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. All right. Oh boy, y'all think y'all funny. Okay, Common Sense says, I think Blade should have added more sequels. Greatest vampire series. You might be right about that. I wouldn't argue that. If you say that Blade was the greatest vampire series, I can't be mad at that. Blade 1 and Blade 2 was hot. They did a good job with that. Wesley Snipes was a good vampire. And I don't even like vampire movies, so that lets you know that shit was good. Oh, all right, Tori. So it was a remake. Okay. Yeah, I'm talking about a part 2 where like they may have continued the story, or you know, then maybe they might have had like some of the same characters, same cast or whatever, you know. Okay, Shaft in Africa was a sleeper, quietly good for what it was. How did they end up with Shaft in Africa? That's crazy, ain't it? I heard it was good. I have no bullshit. I heard it was good. I know one thing. Those them Black Caesar flicks back in the day was pretty good. The Black Caesar flicks was kind of, it was all right. Some of those blaxploitation movies was all right. Equalizer is also a good movie. That's what's up, Daniel Vickers. What's good? How you feeling? Thanks for coming through. Mama Luigi says, oh, you don't get your comment read. You don't get your comment read. All right, let me see. What about Men in Black? I don't know. I couldn't get into it. I ain't like the first one, so I definitely wasn't going to watch it. I ain't really want to watch the first one. I'm funny like that, though. Yeah, don't mind me. The Silver Wanderer says, will you sing the Four Tops? Are you? Oh, God. All right. And Beverly Hills Cop 2. That was good. It was good. You know what? I always thought they should have had a, wait a minute. I think they did. Did they have a Trading Places 2? Didn't they have a Trading Places 2? Did they have a Trading Places 2? I could have sworn. I know it couldn't, it ain't live up to the hype of the first one. Did they have a Trading Places 2 movie?
No. There wasn't a full movie sequel called Trading Places 2 Inches, starring Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. While there were discussions and script development, it never happened. Okay. However, there was a related art project in 2012 called Trading Places 2.
Okay. It's funny how you had Coming to America, the first one, And then they came out with Coming to America 30 years later. What was it, 30, 35 years later? Some old crazy shit like that. Like, dog. Is anybody alive from the first one? You know what I'm saying? Like, what we doing? Even Eddie Murphy characters in the first one wasn't alive. You ain't gonna tell me that the old Jewish guy was alive 35 years later. You know what I'm saying? So, and people hated on, they really hated on Coming to America too. I didn't think it was that bad, especially for straight to video. I didn't think it was that bad. But you got to think about how much hype and promotion was around the first Coming to America movie. Remember? That was a lot of promotion. That was a hot movie. My peoples are the mind. 559. What's good, my dude? What up? What up? What up? Oh, look at this shit. This motherfucker named himself Notification Livestream. Wow. Jason says Oakland, yeah. Beverly Hills Cop 2 was good. I'm glad you good, Dan Vickers. That's what's good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm feeling like a real man should. Everything is good. Shit. Let me see. Hey, thanks everybody for coming through. Even y'all bitch ass trolls. Thanks for coming through, man. I appreciate y'all. I do it. Look, good burger too. You like that shit? All right. I ain't mad at it. Please, y'all, hit the like button. Hit the like button. That's all I ask. I'm not selling nothing over here. I'm not begging for nothing. What up, Raven? How you feeling, man? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right, Daniel Vickers. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate y'all. You said I haven't been trolling. I wasn't talking about you, son. We good? Everything all right. Everything all right. Even the trolls, they all right tonight. As long as they don't start acting crazy. As long as they don't start acting crazy and spamming and, you know what I mean, starting to get on people's nerves, we can all have a good time. But please hit the like button. Can y'all hit the like button though? I mean, we at least hit the like button. Hit the like button though. You know what I mean? I mean, hit the like button, son. Just hit the like button. All right. So y'all yelling out or writing or whatever, shouting out some of y'all favorite movies that had sequels to them. Can you do me one little favor? Can you name some movies that you liked that didn't have sequels that you thought should have had a sequel? Can you please name some movies that never had a part 2, but you felt like it should have had a part 2 because it was that good? I think they should have had a Titanic part 2. I think that they should have had a Titanic part 2. How did they justify not having a part 2 with Titanic? They could have called it Titanic Part 2, the Survivor series. I mean, because Rose did go on to survive, right? You know? They could have chronicled her whole experience. Swim, Rose. Swim, Rose. All right. I don't know if Are We There Yet had a sequel. You think that should have had a sequel? Okay. Raven says they finna have a part 2. I've read they've been building another boat. I like that. I like that. Oakland said Jack could have fitted on the door. Man, that's true. He got jerked. Froze his ass off up there in the, you know what I mean? It's cold as shit. Let his woman live. I guess that was noble. Actually intended to be called Titanic 2. I bet. Nathan Ryan said it had several what? Jason says this is far-fetched, but I always wanted a sequel to Apocalypse Now. Wow, yo. Yeah. Yo. Hell yeah. The Deer Hunter 2. Yo. I don't know. I don't know about y'all, but I always had a thing for Vietnam War movies. I love Vietnam. I never really liked World War II movies, but them fucking Vietnam movies, because, man, that was a fucked up war. And they treated the American soldiers so bad. You know what I mean? They just got shitted on so bad. Oh man, but Apocalypse Now was a dope ass movie. Yeah, it would have been nice to see that. Deer Hunter Part 2? What? All right. Yeah, how come there was no Platoon Part 2? Or Full Metal Jacket Part 2? Did they have that? They ain't had no Full Metal Jacket Part 2, did they? Me so horny. Me so horny. Me love you long time. Carla says, did anyone survive the Titanic? Yeah. Rose. A lot of people survived the Titanic. Not a lot compared to how many died, but yeah. Django? You think it should have been a Django Part 2? Okay. Alan Donovan, what's good? How you feeling? Good to see you. Raven says, like a real life second Titanic is supposedly in production somewhere in the world. If they claim God can't sink it, watch him say, hold my drink and watch this. Word. Ogun says, hell yeah, son, we love Tropic Thunder. I don't even know that movie. Mechka? Or is that Mecha? Or is that Mecca? Whatever it is, I appreciate it. So you rap or something? No, not professionally. Raven says, what did he do once he got his woman back? You know, they would have put out a bounty on a black man who killed all of the plantation owners. People bet that could have been an action-packed sequel. Okay. I never thought of it that way. You might be onto something. Tupac or Biggie? Biggie all day. Biggie all day. No Tupac for me. Second part of Interstellar would be awesome. Okay. I never saw that one. Super Fruity, Patootie. Has anyone ever told you? Oh my God. And you know what? You get to go because of that. Ain't nobody fucking with you like that. You have definitely cemented your place the fuck out of here. We're not going to have that disrespect like that, dog. Bad Boys 3. Um, let me see. Let me think of some movies that I really. You know what? Dead Presidents. I love that movie. The movie Dead Presidents. That was my shit. That was my shit. And ironically, it had some Vietnam War shit in it, in that too. That was my motherfucking movie, though. That was my movie. I wish they would have had a part 2 to that. Now, I don't know how they would have done it, but that's not my job. That's for writers and producers and directors. But I wish they would have had a part 2. I wish they would have had a part 2 for that. Yoga, Sicily, what's going on, my? Good to see me some you, without a doubt. Children of Men with Clive Owen would have been a good sequel. Okay. Cicely says, I would love to see a sequel to the movie Inception. Okay. All right. Raven says they could do a lot with it. That's a powerful character. Menace to Society. A part 2. You know, I was surprised they didn't come up with a Menace to Society 2. I was really surprised about that. Because that was a hit movie. And I ain't gonna lie, man, I hated that fucking movie. But I liked it. I liked it and I hated it. I just hated how violent it was. How people kept saying that was real life. I was like, it had real life things in it, but that's not. I've been to California. It's not like that. They was just too wild. I was like, it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? Carla said, no more Bad Boys, please. I'm kind of which. No more Barbershop either. That shit. But you know what? I really thought that Barbershop 2 was way better than Barbershop 1. It was all that hype over Barbershop 1. And I was like, that movie was kind of boring. You know, it was critically acclaimed, you know, like it was really that shit. I was like, this shit ain't that good. You know what they should have had a part 2 too? Hey, yo, Jason, the movie Christine. I love the movie Christine. That was my shit. Arnie with the monologue. The monologues that they had in Christine. That was my shit. American History X. Good ass movie. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. How would they have made an American History X movie 2? American History X2 movie? What? Like after he got out of jail, he became a neo-Nazi again. He became a skinhead again. Like, man, fuck that shit. Yeah, I befriended a nigga in jail and he helped me out. But nah. Or he got out of jail and now he wasn't a skinhead no more. And then all of his skinhead buddies was like, yo, nah, you can't leave the brotherhood. Sieg Heil. Sieg Heil. He's like, no, I will not Sieg Heil. No 88 for me. Señorita Ramirez, Señorita Ramirez, Señorita Ramirez. What's going on, Señorita Ramirez? Says, yes, I love Christine. That was my fucking movie. And they couldn't kill the car. So, I mean, you know, there should have been a Christine part 2. There should have been a Christine part 2. Ryan Miller says, I just watched the movie Unstoppable with Denzel the other day. Pretty decent. Okay. Do you think it should have a sequel? Would you, you know what I mean? Would you go see a sequel, like a part 2 if they came out with it? Would it make sense? I mean, because some of these movies, they kind of end and, you think like, well, how would you have a part 2 to this? What movie I wanted a part 2 to, but there was no way that you could justify it? Scarface. Scarface, the cult classic Scarface. Do y'all know the movie Scarface really didn't do well in the movies? But when it came out on VHS, for all y'all youngins, there was a such thing as VHS tapes, a VCR. When that shit came out on VCR, man, that shit was selling. And that's how it got really popular. When it was out in the movies, it didn't do so well. It really didn't. I've watched multiple documentaries on the movie Scarface, and a lot of the behind the scenes and scenes that they cut out. Interesting shit. There was a lot going on in that movie. There was a lot going on in movies. A lot of that shit that ended up on the cutting room floor. A lot of scenes that they cut out. You thinking like, damn, how would this have fit? You think that movie was violent? The scenes that they cut out, you'd be like, God damn, y'all was tripping. And they added more fucks. Because them whole movie, everything was fuck. Montel Corleone said Barbershop 3 was horrible. I believe that. Coach Carter, don't be a menace in South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. That's my fucking movie. That was my shit. Brown Sugar. Okay, Brown Sugar. Okay. It's all right. What's that? Graham Campbell. What up, Graham? Thanks for coming through, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Please hit the like button, though. We got 17 likes. I know we can do better than that. I know we can do better than 17 likes. Can y'all please help me do better than 17 likes? Please, I'd appreciate it. Please. And please respond to the poll question if you would be so kind. Thank you. Chris Cucumber says you look like one of those Israel elites. Maybe Palestinian, but not the elites. Do they have Palestinian elites? Or is everybody a peasant? I'll be a Palestinian peasant, but only in the United States. Cicely says, I wish there had been a sequel to Pulp Fiction. Ooh, shit. Ooh, good one. Ooh, good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. New Jack City. New Jack City could have definitely used a sequel. Absolutely. I was really surprised they never came out with a New Jack City Part 2. And they needed to do that fast. Like, don't wait like 15 years to do no New Jack City Part 2. But they didn't do it. Cutter V8 says, Stephen King, love my grandpa. I got nothing. he said VHS. Wow, uncle. Well, yeah, VHS. It was a real thing. You still have VHS in the 2000s. I know it's hard to believe. It's crazy, right? But yeah, it still existed. 25 years ago, 20 years ago. Not everybody had DVDs yet. Raven says they could do a modern sequel to Enemy of the State. That Will Smith Gene Hackman flick. But Gene Hackman is dead now, right? I think he died recently. Think about it, technology and tracking has gone so much further today than it was back then. Good one. Deep Cover. Cheryl Halsey, that was deep. Okay. Oh, all right. I should have known. Y'all movie buffs. Y'all know about this shit. Deep Cover. Good one. That was a good movie. Maria says there was a rumor they were making one scarf. They how would you do it? Everybody died. They killed everybody. I just want a part 2 to see what they did, how they explained all of the bodies coming from Colombia and shit. How did they get that many Colombians up in Florida? I mean, down in Miami, like, what the fuck? Well, that shit was crazy. Karate Kid. There was a Karate Kid part 2. There was definitely a Karate Kid part 2. Say hello to my little friend. You think I'm a fucking bellboy? Oh, man. He said, why aren't you white? I would watch you if you were. Well, it looks like you already spent some eyesight on me, but you can gladly close your eyes or log off. I invite you to go away. It's just an invite. You don't have to accept, but I invite you to go away. Ghostbusters don't need a sequel, but they had a Ghostbusters too. They definitely had a Ghostbusters too. Goodfellas. They didn't have a Goodfellas too. They sure didn't. No Goodfellas too. No Goodfellas too. Disco Banger said VCR, baby. VCR, man. That was a good machine. Very useful. Remember programming the VCR? You know what I mean? Taping shit when you wasn't home and you had to maneuver it. So, you had to have the cable line in there. So you had to fix it. So it, like cable was on a different line than your network TV. It wasn't the same shit. So you had to really know how to work the wires when you hooked up a VCR. But we got it done. Yeah, Gene Hackman. I know I heard that he passed away. Love and Basketball. Oh yeah, they didn't kill his wife, but remember she went away. I'm sure she found another drug dealer. That's how they could have did part 2. That's how they could have did part 2. When she left Tony in a fit of cocaine rage, just like she was with Frank when Tony took her away from Frank and he killed Frank. Tony got killed. Maybe she got with Sosa. Huh? Rivera. Avera. I was only kidding. Another Quaalude, she gonna love me again. Another Quaalude, who's gonna love me again. Another Quaalude, she gonna love me again. She gonna love me again. She gonna love Shirley Sherrill, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Sherrill, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's going on, Ma? Good to see me some you. Blade Runner. Damn, they never had a Blade Runner 2? I could have sworn they had a Blade Runner 2. Hold on, son. Oh, shit. Hold on. Was there a Blade Runner 2 movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a Blade Runner sequel called Blade Runner 2049, released in 2017. It stars Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford and follows a new Blade Runner, Officer K, who discovers a secret about the missing Rick Deckard.
Blade Runner 2 came out in 2017. The original Blade Runner came out in 82. What are we doing? That's too much time. Don't nobody give a fuck about Blade Runner 2 40 years later? Come on, man. All right, maybe not 40 years later, but damn near, it was close. It was close. It was close. It was almost 40 years. It's almost 40 years. 35 years. All right. All right. Pride and Freedom says, if you had cable and Betamax back in the day, you were rich. Yo, hold on. Yo. Yo, you said Beta. Beta was more high quality than VHS, but that shit died. As a matter of fact, Betamax was only Sony. The other players were just Beta. Betamax was actually a brand name from Sony. Dang, all right, you go back. That's what's up, man. Pride of Freedom, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming through. Shit, Carla said, I still have a VCR. I still have VCR tapes, VCR and tapes. My son loved Kung Fu movies. I'm gonna give you some of that too. Cowbells for that. Cowbells for that. Cowbells for that. Oh, man. All right. I got you, Troy. Troy Diesel in the chat. What up, my man Trizzy? My man Trizzy. Moni says, Pride, yep, but we were well to do. My parents just didn't want cable. Okay. Maria says yes. Then she wouldn't have to look in her eyes like she didn't know, or like she, I don't know what you're saying. All right. Pride of Freedom says, yeah, that cable was like letting the devil in your house. Oh man. Oh shit. Oakman says, would y'all watch Do the Right Thing Part 2? Shit, hell yeah. I wanted that Part 2. I love Do the Right Thing. That was my movie. Shit. I wanted the Mo Better Blues Part 2. I love Mo Better Blues. Because my baby left me hollow. It's not the same old place. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, the Harlem Blues. That was my shit. This one sweet spot in Harlem, known as Drivers Row. All right, man. All right. Hold on. Ghost Dog 2, okay. Jason said, Ghost Dog 2, sign me up. Word. All right. Get the fuck out of here. All right. Oh shit. Oakman said car wash 2. Now we ain't need that. Well, the original Car Wash came out in the 70s, and then they had a movie with Snoop Dogg and all that called The Wash. He said, why does your beard look weirdly sculpted and almost too perfect? Well, let me do this. See my hands? Nothing. I don't know. It looks weirdly sculpted and almost too perfect because I do my own shit. You know what I mean? I shape my own shit up. And if you don't believe me, I have video, my nigga. I got video. Let me show you. I'll show you how to cut your shit. Hold on. There you go.
All right, this is for anybody that was curious about how to cut your beard. So you simply
I'll show you how to cut your shit.
It. So just like for people who know how to draw, you draw a straight line. Well, you kind of do that with the clippers. Now these clippers are good and sharp.
Hold on, let me get to the.
So every other day. Okay. So the next time I'll shape up and trim myself up will be on Friday. This is Wednesday. So the next time I do it, it'll be on Friday. Do it every 2 days. That way, keep yourself looking sharp. And even though I've already gone over this line, I'll go back over it just in case the trimmers missed anything.
You've seen enough.
You know,
you get it.
To be sharp. You want the
That's why my beard looks weirdly sculpted and almost too perfect. Because I take care of my shit. I don't go to no barbershop and I don't use no straight razor. I don't need that. Okay, so let's keep moving. Let's keep on moving. I'm going to do a part 2 of how to shape up your beard. Please hit the like button, y'all. Please hit the like button. He said, Mr. Potato Head looking. Mr. Dick Sucking looking. That's you. You, Mr. Dick Sucking looking. I know you're used to this. Let me get it closer to you so you can see. I know you're used to that. Fuck out of here, bitch ass nigga. Eat a dick. Not mine. A dick. Somebody else's. We're not get down like that over here. Fuck you. My people's time is in the house. What up, my dude? What's good? Porky's 2. There was a Porky's 2. There was a Porky's 2 and a Porky's 3. Joshua says, please. Here, show me busting my mouth too. That's what Joshua says. There you go, Joshua. There you go. You asked for it, you got it, Toyota. Some of y'all don't know nothing about that. You don't know nothing about that commercial. You gotta go back in the 70s for that, baby. Matter of fact, let me get this bitch ass nigga out of here. You go bye-bye. You go bye-bye. Ba 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 ba. In a minute, I'm gonna have to ward away some of these badass spirits that's up in here. We having too much fun. You know what I mean? We gonna have to get rid of some of these badass spirits that's up in here, son. Oh God. All right, yeah. It's time. It's time, y'all. Hold on. Let me get my shit. We gotta ward off some of these bitch ass spirits that's in here. Let me get rid of some of these bitch ass motherfuckers that's coming through. These bitch ass niggas, bitch ass niggas, bitch ass niggas, bitch ass, get them the fuck, hey yo. Lord, please get rid of these bitch ass niggas that's coming through in the chat. And they fucking it up for people that's trying to have fun, Lord. So can you, uh, can you, can you, water away these bitches, water away these bitches said, water away these bitches there. Yo, they talking in class and they chewing gum. Yo, but they can't get none. They talking in class and they chewing gum, but they still can't get none. My name is Sons, that's 752, and you know Friday night is what I'm gonna do. So whether it's a lot or a few, we gonna do this shit, we do it for you. If you come on by, you can do this shit, whether you're sober or high. I try to make sure I give you quality, so you better stop fucking with me. Make sure we get it done. S-U-N, you know shit says son. With the 752, got power and wisdom. I'm up in this bitch, this smoking ism. If y'all ready, we can make sure that we get this shit gassing it like I'm steady like B. But I ain't locked up, you see, free as a bird. Yeah, this shit is real, you heard? Making sure I make it happen. Whether I'm talking or singing or rapping. We get it poppin', baby, we get it crazy. All these niggas gone, yeah. They listen to the song, yeah. All right. Have I warded away these evil spirits yet? You know what I mean? Have I at least reduced them? Have I reduced them? Are we good? We good? All right. Yeah. I think we got rid of some of them. I think we got rid of some of them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just spray them roaches. Spray them roaches. Oh shit, we got one left. Oh, fuck. Oh, we got one. Oh, we got one bitch ass nigga. Ah, we got this bitch ass nigga. All right. I think we all right, man. I think we all right now. We good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. All right. So, as we proceed to give you what you need. What up, BW? You got a problem? You good? I mean, you got a problem. We can solve it. We can solve it. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Okay. Oh shit. All right. All right, Raymond says if we don't get a sequel to Media Man, we can get one. Maybe we can get one for Blank Man. Yo, imagine them making a sequel for Blank Man. You know, that wouldn't even surprise me for real, for real. I can see some crazy shit like that happening. What is that on your wall? That's a sun. You know what I mean? Y'all can't enlarge the video? You can't enlarge it? Like, take your fingers and, like, put it on the screen and enlarge that bitch. Alright, we good. Jason said the trolls are punishment for your 2 bricks my 2 bricks prayer routine. You know what, Jake? I was thinking about that shit today, like I may have blasphemed my way to rags and poor fortune. I might have really fucked up with that one. I might have fucked up with that one, son. Okay, so what do the beads represent? See, if you were here earlier, we already talked about it. These are called struggle beads, and these represent the struggle. Everybody is in the struggle, but the particular struggle that I'm talking about is I grew up as a teenager in the 80s, and you know, we had in the 80s, it wasn't sweet as people make it sound like it. They make it sound like it was all Michael Jackson, Prince, Madonna, and Whitney Houston. You know what I mean? Like it was all brand new computers and classic rap music and all of that shit. But there was a lot of segregation, Reaganomics. The political climate was fucked up. The social climate was fucked up. But we made it through. But it was a struggle. And we still struggling. You know, because whether it was 1985 or whether it's 2025, 40 years later, we still got to do what we got to do out here. You know, I didn't take my allergy medicine tonight. It's been a while since I was suffering at the table, but we good. We good. We only got a few minutes left anyway. You know what I mean? We gonna rock out. Tom says Godfather 2 was good. Yeah, it was they mentioned Godfather earlier in the show. Raven says the 80s was weird as fuck. Mantronics. The 80s were not for the weak. I'm talking crack and AIDS. I'm talking crack and AIDS. Okay, Tommy says, God morning, the Nordic light dancing in the sky over Sweden just now. Well, that's great. I thought they were over Switzerland, not Norway, my bad. I thought they were over Norway, but it was Sweden. Oh, shout out to the Swedes. Shout out to the Swedes. They even said the boomers fucked us Gen X, got screwed over royally. Imagine knowing and losing pennies off of your checks each payday, and that's not even the half of it, man. You ain't talking about nothing but truth. You ain't talking about nothing but truth. Yeah, the baby boomers definitely did the Gen X's dirty. Did us dirty, son. Dirty. Daniel Vickers, that's what's up. I'm glad you're back. Okay. I actually trust this call.
You have a call from
Raven.
Welcome. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. Thank you for calling in. What's on your mind tonight? What's good?
Hey, man, I'm sorry. You got me going off on one all of a sudden. The 80s and all this shit, isn't it?
Hey, we can talk about it.
My entire adult life, I've been having visions of my grandchildren's already fucked up lives being in debt, having to skip lunch to be able to afford gas to go to work because these damn boomers bid in the fucking Congress and Senate and everything for the last 40 to 60 damn years, making billions off insider trading. And you know this word lobbying and lobbyists that we got now? That shit used to be called bribery.
Yeah.
This is some bullshit. Don't even get me started on the 80s, my brother. This shit has went wild as hell. And you got my country ass all tore up now because I'm sitting over here. I'm a half-breed Indian, casino American for those who are confused.
Shit. A casino American. Wow.
Yeah, my dad's white, my mom's native.
Okay.
I'm sitting over here I'm from North Carolina. I moved up to Kentucky. My whole damn life in this country, man, everything been fucked up. And you talk about the 80s and the fucked up Reaganomics and all the bullshit. You know, everybody acts like Reagan was all great, holy and almighty and shit. You know, he was Republican for the people, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, he made some jokes. He was a good actor in Westerns, whatever. But This dude acted like he fights for gun rights for the American people and then passed the 1986 assault weapons ban, which prevents us from owning any type of full automatic without special registration and tax stamps.
He definitely did that.
Produced, and you can't own anything produced after 1986. It has to be old, ancient-ass hardware you can't find parts for no more. It's bullshit, man.
Yo, I love the way they try to sanitize his legacy. That it was all
legacy bullshit.
Yo, I'm like, that motherfucker was a horror film. A horror film. He fucked up our future bad. We had to put that shit back together. You know what I mean? The best way we could, because man, that economic shit, that trickle down economic shit fucked up the whole country. That's why we don't have no manufacturing.
Of it, man. Like part 2.
Go ahead. What you say?
You're talking about sequels. The current president, Trump, he's doing a part 2 to Reaganomics.
Yes, he is. But you can't tell these fucking MAGA nuts nothing. You can't tell them shit. I'm like, yo, man, give me a fucking break. I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? I have eyes. I can see. Like, cut it out.
Like, look, I ain't gonna lie. I did not vote for the opposition. I fucked up. I fucked up.
Hey, it is.
Not gonna lie.
Hey,
I fucked up. I didn't vote for Harris, but that's because she's fake as hell. She claimed to be black. She's not. She's Indian dot, and her daddy was a white Jamaican, I think. Research that, and then she did that fake ass country accent.
Anything would have been better than this shit. I'm sorry.
It would. I can't deny that. At this point, Bernie Sanders don't look bad.
God, that motherfucker like 90.
I know, and he looks like a mad scientist from an old ass Frankenstein.
I know, right? I can't stand his accent. But
me either. I can't stand my own damn accent, but that's what happens living in the Appalachian area so damn long.
Nah, I can live with yours. I can't stand them because they talking shit. At least you spitting facts. But since I got you on the line, let me ask you this.
Look, I ain't gonna lie, man. I sit back. I've observed everything. Like I grew up watching like Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, George Carlin. I literally grew up learning to sit back, watch, and listen, and see the difference between what they say and what they do.
Right. Facts. Actual facts. So
yeah, because if you watch what they do, you catch them up in shit.
I mean, listen, the thing is, I wish I could catch them physically. You know what I mean? Like instead of you being able to perceive you're able to perceive what's right and what's wrong, but you're not actually in a position of power to be able to do anything. And that's the frustrating part.
The messed up part in this country, man. We're supposed to be in the position of power because it's supposed to be the people who are in charge of the country, and these people that we elect, these people that think they're rulers. See, they've been throwing that word around. This is something else I noticed in school. My whole life in school, I'm sure you did it too. You said you was a teenager in the 80s. Mm-hmm. You grew up saying the Pledge of Allegiance in front of a flag, did you not?
Yeah, I did.
All right. Let me ask you a question. Is America a republic or is it a democracy?
Well, it's a republic for sure, but it's supposed to be a democracy.
Well, a democratic
but it's nowhere near a democracy.
If you look up the definition, a democracy is a totalitarian government where the elected few rule the many. If you look up a constitutional republic, the many elect the few to be civil servants.
Exactly.
They're not above us. They're equal to us. They're supposed to be servants.
This is absolutely a republic.
Who chose to be a servant. But the problem is, look, I'll throw some more facts on people. Thank you so much for giving me a shoebox to stand on to point this out. I'm serious, my brother. And if you didn't know it, go look it up with me. Go Google what does a president make for the rest of their life after they get voted out. And if they've done all their terms, they can't be a president no more. How much money they still continue to get paid. And that's the answer why we're trillions of dollars in debt.
Well,
because how much they continue to make.
If you add up their salary plus what it costs for Secret Service and all that kind of shit, because they benefits is off the fucking chain.
Yeah, and then look up a congressperson once they're voted out and someone else is voted in. Look at what kind of salary they draw even after they're out of office.
Mm-hmm.
They continue to draw like $100 and some $1,000 out of office. Now look at the senators. They still draw like 140, 150,000 or whatever after they're voted out and replaced. It never stops. It's a never-ending cycle, and they vote every year. They give themselves more authority, more power, more qualified immunity, and higher pay raises. Plus, they're doing all this insider trading that they're voting on the laws and regulations of the companies, and they know who's going to make more money, who's going to make less money, because they voted on what was allowed and what wasn't. It's all a bunch of BS, man.
It's BS, but this is how it's been going for centuries. And and it's funny because when you learn the logistics of politics and all of that, it's going to piss you off. But then once you accept that politics is about nothing but money, then you can start to work within the system. But
it's money and political theater.
Yeah, well, that's it's like the difference between on stage and backstage.
Like that old TV show Survivor, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to speak over you, man.
It's cool.
I do apologize about that. Did not mean to. But like, look at Survivor, that old TV show. It was real popular. A bunch of people on a little island, they busted them. They found out there was a hotel resort that they were all hanging out at just a little bit further up the island. Political theater is no different. We got all these people that go on. They sit and they argue and they bitch and moan at each other. You got the left versus the right. Meanwhile, they're all behind the curtain, smiling, laughing, and talking about what the next issue is going to be to distract all of us. So we're bitching at each other over all these little divisions while they sitting around laughing their ass all the way to the bank.
It's the Truman Show.
Exactly.
It's the Truman Show, my dude. But look,
division only works with those being divided or unaware of the division.
Right. But since I have you,
never unite and make something different about this place is because we're all the time at each other's throats over some of the dumbest shit.
We could do this for days, but this is what I need from you. Since I have you on the line, I need 3 movies from the 80s that never had sequels that need sequels.
3 movies from the 80s that never had sequels that need sequels. Let's see. I like the Christine thing, but I can't remember if that was late 70s or 80s.
That was 80s. That was definitely 80s.
That was 80s. I agree with you on Christine. That needed a sequel. As corny as it is, I would have liked to have seen another Stephen King movie get a sequel in Maximum Overdrive.
It was kind of corny, but...
It was corny, but that shit was off the hook, man.
You know, that was one of those movies where the commercials were way better than the movie.
Yeah.
I thought that movie was going to be off the chain.
Yeah, hey, think about it though. That was a meteorite causing some interference with technology, and the reason I say that could use a sequel. Look at what you could do with that today, because look at how much more technology, more machinery we got that could actually turn against us.
True. All right, what's your third?
One. Okay, the third from the 80s. Let me think. What was that movie called? Shit. I remember the quote from it. I remember the Ferris Bueller kid. What the hell was that damn movie called? War Games.
War Games. Wow. With Matthew Broderick. Matthew Broderick. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah,
now today with nuclear tensions the way they are, that would be a badass sequel they could pull off today. Plus, if I remember right, historically, we actually almost had a mutual destruction issue sometime due to a computer glitch back in the day, like late 80s, early 90s. In the real world, we had like a computer glitch where here in America, our systems were saying that Russia launched. And the only reason we didn't go ahead and launch the mutual destruction doctrine is because somebody had the wherewithal to double and triple check that before we responded. And was like, wait a minute, no, that's a computer error.
Cool.
Yeah, like in real life, we almost faced nuclear destruction on this planet once in our lifetimes. I think it was like late 80s, early 90s that actually happened. And so... like war games right now, that would totally be a thing, especially with like drones and shit.
Yeah. No, you got it.
War Games would be a good one.
Yeah. Let me see. Okay. I got three for you.
All right.
I was a big fan of all those little teenage flicks back in the day. So I'm gonna say Fast Times at Ridgemont High needed a part 2.
That'd be great.
Just for the soundtrack alone, it needed a part 2. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So okay, and and I needed a Breakfast Club part 2.
Oh man, that would have been the shit.
Yeah, I needed that. And then I'm gonna go with, I said Platoon. I felt like Platoon needed a part 2. So I'm gonna go with that. I need either a part 2 with for Platoon or a part 2 for Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket would have been shit, man. But we lost Sergeant Arlie Ermey, the actor that played Gunnery Sergeant Harding.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died sadly.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a damn shame. That'd be the only thing that would make FMJ a sequel to that not be as good, would be the loss of Arlie Ermey, because that movie just wouldn't hit the same without him.
It wasn't.
I don't think.
It was. But you know what? As a bonus, I would have liked to have seen an Officer and a Gentleman part 2.
Now that would have been cool.
Yeah.
That would have been cool as shit.
Yeah. What happened? What happened after he carried Deborah Winger out of the clothing mill, wherever the fuck they was wearing? They were working and shit. I mean, that was my movie though. That was a good ass movie.
I was joking up in the chat earlier. I was like, why didn't we get a Forrest Gump 2? Do we know if Jenny gave him AIDS or not?
Right? He did everything. It should have been a 2, 3. It should have been he should have had more sequels than Rocky. He did everything.
Yeah, he literally everything.
He was there. Yeah, he could have been in like every Super Bowl and shit. Yeah, Forrest Gump 2. Yeah, we needed that. We needed Forrest Gump 2. But hold on. Did Forrest Gump come out in the 80s or the 90s?
Nah, that was the 90s, man. I jumped a little ahead on that one.
Yeah, I think that was the 90s.
Never got, like, when I mentioned Meteor Man and Blink Man,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what's some good superhero comedies that came out back in the day that they just never touched on again? We still got the actors. Like, David Wayans is still around. He still looks the damn same, too.
I know. I think the reason he looks the same is because he was bald then and he's bald now. You know what I mean? He didn't have no hair on his face then. He'll have no hair on his face now. You know what I mean?
He's been bald as shit since he was Homie the Clown.
Yo, so he already had the cheat code. He didn't have to lose nothing in order to grow older. He beat everybody to the punch.
Oh God.
He would have to get wrinkled in order to look older and shit. You know what I mean?
Now, I don't think that man's ever going to age. I seen him do a TV show called My Wife and Kids, and he didn't look no older at all. He still looked like
he didn't. He did look the same. You know, I think they gave him some of what they give those old rockers, those old rock stars from the 70s and 80s, who was all drugged out, and they take them in the clinic and clean their blood out like dialysis and shit, even though they don't need it.
Yeah.
And the motherfuckers come out, you know, they was all drugged out and strung. And then they all of a sudden they look all good and shit.
Jimmy Page,
Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne. I'm trying to think of the dude that played for the Stones. Keith Richards.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, all them dudes be going to getting the blood transfusion.
You know it.
The wild thing about that is you can Google this. It's scientifically been proven. They tested it in mice. It's basically like vampirism. They can take the blood out of a younger mouse, put it in an elder mouse, and that elder mouse will reverse its aging. And they believe that's possible in humans. Right now, they're testing it in monkeys for some reason. I'm assuming we're getting ready to have a whole world of people trying to fight aging. Look, like blood transfusions. That should be weird.
All I know is that the Stones still probably have like one more tour left in them. That shit is fucking amazing. Something they have to be on something. they gave them something. They gave you know what I think they gave them? That Green Mile juice. They gave them the real life Green Mile shit. And they can't die. They gotta watch everybody else die. They stay alive forever.
So Keith Richards will be around after nuclear fallout. I'm serious, man. That guitar player, he'll be around nuclear fallout. He'll be sitting there smoking a joint, looking at a cockroach going, hey, you know, I smoked your uncle once, Roy.
Like, can y'all sing Shelter? Give me Shelter one more time, please? Like, fuck it. That shit is crazy. Man, yo, listen, I really appreciate you calling in, man. That was a good look.
Man, I appreciate your stream, dude. I was going through a bunch of shit a few days ago. Like, it's been about a week or so now. I've been coming through and checking this out.
Mm-hmm.
And just the good vibes, the laughter, and the real conversations, that shit helped take my mind off real life for a minute.
Without a doubt, man. Come through anytime. Anytime. You can call in anytime also.
All right, I greatly appreciate you, man. You good people.
All right, man. You take care. Have a good night.
Oh, you too, man. You too.
Good shit. Good shit. Excellent. 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 Yo. I want y'all to look out for my people, Troy. Look out for my people. Should I say our people's Troy? You know what I mean? He got a little trouble right now. You know what I mean? Say a little prayer for my mans. Say a little prayer for our peoples. Troy Diesel. You know what I mean? You need a little help right now. He gonna get through, but I mean, give him a little boost. Give him a little boost. Troy. That's my man. We good. All right, so this is what we gonna do. All right, I need a few more movies out of here. We ain't even talking about no music tonight. You know what I mean? We started all talking about the music sequels, and it never happened. It didn't really happen. But fuck it. The movies are good. I mean, a lot of people probably know more about sequels and movies than they do with the music. So, you know, we'll take it. Yeah, thanks for the prayers for Troy. And Troy, he's listening. So, you know, he see it. Show love to our brother. Goonies Part 2. Wow. Goonies Part 2. Good one. Well, you know what? There was no Truman Show Part 2. We needed that. The Truman Show Part 2. What happened when he got into the world and realized he wasn't in a movie anymore? How'd that go? Because you know, the Truman Show was such a cerebral flick. The Truman Show was on some other shit. Extreme other. We need a Truman Show Part 2. They got some explaining to do. Till this day, they got some explaining to do with the Truman Show. What the fuck was what is that? Because you know, it's a widely held belief that the Truman Show was real. They say this shit that we live in, all of this shit is nothing but theater. We don't know it. The whole world. Could it be? Could we fuck around and find out that when we die, we find out that we was just one big ass production? Could it be? You know, like the Wizard of Oz, when they found out that the Wizard of Oz wasn't no wizard, you know, it wasn't even really Oz. Could it be? Damn, it might be a celestial simulation. Woo, simulation. Woo. Says we was kings and shit, right, cuz? No, we wasn't all kings and shit. You know, there were kings and then there was us. You know what I mean? They used to kill me with that shit back in the day. We are descendants from kings and queens. Like, So are the Europeans. But they wasn't kings and queens. We just townspeople, peasants. I'm a descendant of peasants, but I'm all right with that. I'm good. I'm good. All right. Jay Sloan said Keith Richards has been on everyone's Deadpool for the last 40 years, and that motherfucker's still here. That's right. And Keith Richards is going to outlive us all. You got my vote. JJ, what's up, man? Haven't seen you here in a few days. Yo, good to see you, my dude. Good to see you. Let me find out they've been hiding you from the they've been hiding this show from the algorithm. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't be the first time. Raven says, sound like that Highlander theme song from the TV show. Oh. Princess of the Universe. Oh. Okay. All right. So we're about to get on up out of here, y'all. We gonna do these birthday shout outs. We gonna do these we gonna do these we gonna do these birthday shout out. We gonna do these birthday shout outs. Get to the bag right now. Out. All right. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people. Hold on. Let me slow down. Hold on. Before I get into the birthday shout outs, let's do this. Let's go to the poll question. Let's see what the results were for the poll question. Wow. Out of 79 votes, do you like sequels in music or movies, or do you think that artists should move on to the next project? And I missed the word should. Sorry. All right. 42% said yes for movies and music. 28% says not really a fan of sequels. 5%, only 5% said a fan of movie sequels, but not music. And 25% said they make too many movie sequels. Pretty balanced. Not bad. Okay. Thanks for everybody who participated in the poll. And you can still do so if you choose to. So we're going to do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious December 12th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box, Michael Allen and Naima Wimberly. Dawn Lewis, Sharice Parrish, Yaina Irel Acosta, Blessing Morris, Michelle Dahomey Radigan, Charlene Kunta Jones, and last but not least, my girl Donna Bowen. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious December 12th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. things happen to those who grind. Anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for those. Go hard, go for yours. And remember, sequels. We was talking about a lot about sequels tonight. Some people feel like sequels are necessary when you don't really get it right, or when you have overdone it the first time. So you do it again. Maybe the first movie ended on a cliffhanger or something like that. But in all reality, the reason that we have sequels is because they make money. If the primary movie made a bunch of money, you can best believe that they're going to make another part 2 or 3 or however. As long as the movies keep selling, the tickets keep selling, they're going to keep on making a part 2. I mean, another installment in the series. When it comes to music, though, it's different. Some people, a lot of artists will make a part 2 album or a part 2 song. Definitely because the part 1 sold well, but they may be trying to reclaim fans who may have moved on or are looking for that artist to duplicate what they produced before. Does it always work out? No. Does it work out often enough? I believe so. Nonetheless, to each his own. We can talk about movies and music all day. Either way you slice it, they are a big part of our lives. You know what I'm saying? So I want to thank all of y'all for coming through. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night. Nope, we will not. We will be back tomorrow afternoon, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 1:30 East Standard Time. We be here and we'll shine. The time has come. If you're looking dumb, don't try to darken my door. Don't, knock once or maybe twice. Don't act like you got a code. Don't eat no pie, apple, Alamo. I sold a lot of drugs back in the day, but I won't sell another penny. And I say that is best for you to move on. You got to do different things. And before you're gone, you want to make your mark. And before it gets dark and you can't see nothing else in this world, you're still thorough. And I'ma still be hot for what I got. I have learned a little. You might have learned a lot. But the spot never gets blown because I know originality and knowledge is shown. And so I've sown and wait for me to get real. And I'm going to do this shit at least until I turn about 18 to 80 years old. I add them together, 98, and I'm flown. I'm out of here. You can't call in. I ain't taking no more calls. I say, fuck all y'all. You should have called about an hour ago. You think I'm really going to answer that call? Hell no. But I say, you reap what you sow. So sometimes the way the story right is how it go. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come through for the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. So I'm going to holler back, though. Y'all be safe. Have a good night. If you're up smoking, drinking, and all that shit, cut that shit the fuck out. But finish your drinking and your smoking. Holla. Peace, y'all. Love is love. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? Just do me that solid. I'll get back.